Let's talk about gay stuff because it was a pretty good week already for the gays, and it's only Wednesday. Yesterday, a federal judge ruled that Oklahoma's gay marriage ban was unconstitutional. Let's take a look at a quote. Equal protection is at the very heart of our legal system and central to our consent to be governed. It is not a scarce commodity to be meted out begrudgingly or in short portions. Therefore, the majority view in Oklahoma must give way to individual constitutional rights. Now, he immediately stayed the decision, so gays can't get married immediately in Oklahoma. And already, a couple weeks ago, this happened in Utah. They had it temporarily. Now it looks like it's going to go to the Supreme Court. So, all right, I'm going to pretty much think we all agree that this is basically good, right? Gays, equality. Yeah. Are we okay with equality?
Super against the gays.
Completely against the gays.
What do they? No, okay, that's great.
Okay, so all right, so we're agreed on the equality thing. So I'm going to switch gears a little bit. Is there a risk in this all happening by judges? Are we just strengthening the resolve of the other side? Is the Tea Party, are those people just going to be more pissed because they're going to say it's not the will of the people, it's the activist judges that are giving the gays all this power?
I don't see that as being likely, no. I mean,
you don't think if you were a Tea Party guy and you were against these judges making decisions that this wouldn't strengthen your anger?
I mean, yeah, I guess potentially. I just can't wait until we get to a point where we don't have to celebrate common sense, you know?
Trust me, I did not want to do this story. I can't wait till we don't have to do these stories.
I don't think that will be, and I mean, I think people will complain because people complain.
Yeah.
And so if you're losing, you're going to be like, this is not the way it should be done. Right. Let's do it a way where we win.
As if you'd be okay with it being done the other way.
Exactly,
right?
because we've seen cases where the people have voted in favor of gay marriage, and then the people are upset for other. There's always bitter losers.
Yeah.
But I think. One, equality in this country usually goes one way. It doesn't. It's very rare that rights are taken away from people continuously or for a long time. When they are, it's usually quickly reversed and outrage. And we're seeing that now with this issue.
Mm-hmm.
When Utah has judges being like, there are gay married people in Utah, there's going to be gay marriage in Utah.
Right.
It may not happen again tomorrow, but that's going to happen now, and it's not going to go back.
Right. So the people in Utah, for example, that are fighting it, I mean, don't they know that they're fighting a losing cause here? Because it's exactly what happened in California. There was the temporary okay, and now a couple thousand people in Utah are married, and they know that they're not going to get it back. So is it just that they just can't give up what they view as the righteous fight or whatever? You think it's just that they can't give up that religious fervor, that religious craziness?
I don't know. It is craziness. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope that they get it back.
I think they can't give up the fight because it is this thing they can go to church and feel like they're being holy or something. I don't know. I was raised Catholic, and one of the fact that for the first time ever, I'm like, hey, this Pope's not bad. Even that's moving in a good direction. So I do think I think in terms of judges too, equality in this country is always doled out by activist judges, Brown versus the Board of Education, it's all, Roe v. Wade, these are all, decisions that have stood for a long time. That doesn't mean people won't try to overturn them, as we see with Roe v. Wade constantly, but, that's how this works. That's their job too, is to be like, hey, you guys aren't protecting everybody, we'll protect people.
Right, and isn't that also the irony of the people that they say they're so for the Constitution, but we have separation of powers, and if they believe in the Constitution, well then they should believe that if a judge says this is unconstitutional, even if they don't like it, they should abide by it, but somehow they don't always.
Why can't they also be on the side of the people when it comes to net neutrality?
Makes you wonder.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder. So Governor Mary Fallin, who's the governor of Oklahoma, she said that the people of Oklahoma have spoken on the issue, noting that 75% of the voters supported traditional definition of marriage.
And I bet 60 years ago they supported 2 white people and 2 black people getting married. I mean, they didn't support the 2 black people getting married, really, but as long as they weren't marrying white people, it was better.
Yeah.
This is an issue where I don't trust the will of the people. The fact is, there's a right, there is a wrong, and it is the government's job to make sure that all people are treated equally. And so if you have bigoted people in an area who are going to vote for something, and bigot is maybe a strong word. There are people with different, blah, blah. But it is a bigoted stance. It's
right,
that,
at this point. Well, because that's the other thing, and this will be the final thought on this, that for these people that are against it, every time there is gay marriage somewhere, none of the things they say are proven true. It doesn't cause straight people to get divorced or ruin families. It actually strengthens families. They've even done research that straight marriage is even strengthened in bizarre ways because you have healthier families and people,
surrounding you, yeah.
Yeah.